Welcome everyone to a new series for the Lord of the Rings Online, Captain of the River, where I will be playing a River Hobbit captain, which is a new feature in the game that was released with Update 37. So I am starting out here in Lindleby, and my friend Valeric Tuca wishes to speak with me. Hello? I can't believe that you truly decided to leave this Pinduine. I know we've spoken about this possibility for many years, but, well, I must admit I always thought that I would be the first of the Hobbiten in living memory to leave this hidden vale, and the first to return. You tell Valeric that he is welcome to accompany you, and that to his credit and his surprise, he almost considers it. Then he shakes his head. Oh, no, he stammers at last. It is a big world out there, they say, and I don't think that I'm quite ready to see it. But you're the tallest of us, and grew for the longest. If any of us has the courage to leave Mist Hollow, I think that you're the one. I can hardly believe it, Pinduine. You have better tell Grandmother Mattie that what you have in mind. Follow me. All right, let's go. Ah, the sun is coming up. Oh, won't you miss seeing the sights of this? There's nowhere else like Lilleby in the whole world. You haven't seen any other place in the whole world. Ah, hello there, my young friends. What brings you out here in this fine morning? Oh, Pinduine is going to leave Lindleby. Oh, well, take care. We will see you for supper. No, we won't. Pinduine's leaving for good. What's that? What'd you say? Oh, what's all this ruckus? Oh, that's Maddie. I have told you again and again to pace yourself with the pipeweed, Heldrick. Now, Pinduine, how can I help you? So, what's gotten Heldrick all in a bother? And I have not seen Valeric this excited since Gisela accidentally doubled the recipe for her famous pie filling. But to speak honestly, we all had a good day for that one. It was bound to happen sooner or later, dear Pinduine. You have always been different, in your own way, more outgoing than the rest of us, and more curious about what lies behind the mist-shrouded dells. And taller, too. The blood of the ancient Hobbiten is very strong in you. I have always said that, haven't I, Heldrick? Oh, he has stopped listening to me, that old goat. You can't leave without saying goodbye to your neighborhoods, though. It wouldn't be proper. So I need to speak to Tuca down the hill, then to Wildhad at the patch to the south, and to Tuca at the base of the hill. Alright, so let's go and speak to each of these. Here we are with Ogiva, or is it I guess Ogiva Tuca? You're up early today, Pinduine. Are you planning to... Ogiv's cheerful words trailed away after nothing, and then his amiable expression is replaced by one of shock. Is this the day? Huh, I knew it. I told Vilad you were finally going to go and set out on your wanderings, and sure enough, I was right. I didn't know it would be this morning, perhaps. Well, not exactly, but I have known for a while that you are planning for such a journey. This is terribly exciting, Pinduine. You go and make us proud. See that you don't. Well, I'd rather see that I do. It's a big world out there. I just know it. Yep, very definitely a big world out there. And here we are with Vilihad Tuka. Ah, today's the big day then. Oh, Kiva has been telling me that you're soon to set out on some adventure or another, but I figured it wasn't really our business. I can't imagine leaving Lilliby, but I suppose every one of us is different after all. Oh, you'd be careful out there beyond Vistalo. Who knows what dangers might run into? The shrews are always getting into my crops and spoiling my lettuce, and I expect there are larger and more dangerous creatures out in the wide world. Giant shrews! I wouldn't doubt it. I suspect that there are going to be things worse than giant shrews out there. Villard has never had much in the way of imagination. Yeah, I can see about that. Ah, here we are with Ermatuka. I can't believe that you're leaving us. Irma wipes away a tear and makes you promise that you'll return after you have had your fill of adventure. You tell her that you're certain to return to Lilliby when you can, after you have seen what is beyond the distant ridges on the horizon. The mountains are awfully tall, and to be climbed by one of the Hoblethans, she says. I know, Valeric says our people went that way once, but he says a lot of things. Maybe you'll be the first of us to see what lies on the other side of them. If that's true, you be sure to come back and tell us about it. Yeah, right, I will definitely see what's on the other side of the mountains. Alright, so that is Enerma. Oh, and now we have here Odger Tuka. You're leaving Lilliby in search of adventure? Goodbye, Pinduine. I will see you when you return and... Oh. You should say goodbye to Croaker, too. He is simply the best frog friend anyone has ever had. You know that he is. You definitely need to say goodbye to Croaker, too. It will be some time before you come back, after all. Alright. Wait for Croaker to reveal where he has gone. Where'd Croaker go? Here Croaker is worried croaking, coming from the southwest. Southwest, that is this way. I presume Croaker is somewhere down around here. You found Croaker, but also found a troop of snooping goblins. Now, this is a pleasing little valley, isn't it? All we have to do is clear out the current residents. The Hoblithan and Lilliby arrived, drawn by the sound of the goblins. And there they are! Is this all the lot of you? What do ye do? I say my name of this place is Goblin Valley! What do you say, boys? No one can stop us from taking it! Welcome to Oh, well, what seems to be the problem, small ones? Well, it was goblins, but you took care of that, Fongleen. Is that all? I beheld something else from aloft. I saw the goblins from high above, Pinduine, but I saw something else as well. I saw you bidding farewell to your folk, and I knew your mind. I have known what you intended for several weeks now, and have kept watch upon your steps. I hope that you don't mind. I'll continue to safeguard your folk, and I have, for all these years, I have known you. But You will need to be properly equipped if you are to survive the adventures that await you. You will not have the mighty talents of my kind after all, though you are unusually tall and strong, well, for one of your folk, you are still very small when compared to the great eagles, and to the other peoples that you will encounter beyond the ridges that surround your valley. These goblins were thieves, and their leader possessed a bag of weapons. Perhaps you should avail yourself of the equipment. The goblins have no claim upon it, and its former owner cannot make use of it any longer. But in your hands it may yet do some good. Alright, so the traditional gather a weapon out of a bag part of the quest. Well, there's Croaker. So, here's the bag right here. One satchel. A rusty claymore. Oh well. A rusty claymore as opposed to the old two-handed sword that I had before. Well, it almost triples my DPS. There we go. Now, do not forget to equip your new weapon. I will not be able to protect you when you leave Mist Hollow, and you will need to rely upon your skills and the equipment that you are able to find if you are to survive the challenges that lie ahead. It's a dangerous world out there. Are you certain that this is the life you have chosen? Most of your kind do not leave their homes, choosing to remain near the land of their birth. Tell Fangon that your heart calls for you to leave. And then he shakes his feathers. Alright. Oh, and there is Maggie right over there. I will not ask you to stay, Panduin. I see that your mind is made. Now, listen to me, dear one, because this is important, and I will not repeat myself. You are to keep your eyes on the road ahead of you, and you will not worry about us. We have Fangling and the other eagles to keep watch over us, and Littleby will be fine while you're gone. But remember this, we are only letting you go so that you can bring help to the folk that you find in the wide and dangerous world. You are to make yourself useful, Pine Druin. There are people out there who will need your help, and you should help them. I think that is the calling that draws you away from us, and it is only you that can answer that call that I will permit you to go. Are we agreed? Then wave to us all, and then be off on your grand adventure. And remember what I said. Alright, then. Let us then give a nice wave to everyone. And our journey demands that we help the folk. And so you left your family and your friends behind and began your adventure. Weeks later, flames in the night draw your eye and your steps. There's a battle going. Oopsie. Ooh, right. That was nasty. Hello there! Are you a friend? Hello? He's big. I'm glad that you came along when you did, friend. I don't know why these Uruks came to burn Mossward, but I will find out. When you return to the store vales, you should warn your folk to lock their doors and beware of the creeping shadows. This band of Uruks has been defeated, not soon enough to keep Mossward from harm, I'm afraid, but there may be others out there. The man then pauses, and he squints more clearly at you. But wait, you're not one of the stores, are you? No? There's a bit of Falahide in you, I dare say, although I'm no expert in the various families of Hobbit. Where did you come from? You're a long way from the Shire, if that's where your hearth can be found. But I suppose few who name themselves adventurers can stay for long at home. That is true for me as well. I am named Middledeer, and I am one of the rangers. What I am now, well, I suppose I am still learning that. Might be the same be said about you? Alright, so I accept this. Pinedeween, you say? Well, that's an interesting name, and I can tell there's a long story behind it, though you wish to keep the location of your home a secret. I'll not pry. These are dangerous times, and the danger only seems to increase. The Uruks that attacked Mossward wore a curious sigil, the mark of a white hand. I don't know its meaning, but I fear it signifies nothing good. Well, thank you for your help, Pinedeween. Let me know if you're interested in helping to learn the secret to the White Hand, and to help Mossward recover from the attack. The flames will soon die down, and then the healing must begin. Well, Maggie said to help people in need, so I guess it's time for me to do that. It appears my first day here is turning into a wet one.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
Some of Mossward's residents sustained injuries that we can't heal, and they are beyond our aid. We will mourn for them later, but now we must focus upon those who we can help. Middledeer hands you a small bundle of bandages and a pouch of bitter-smelling salve. This is the last of my supplies, but there is no reason to save them for another day. Bring these bandages and this salve to the injured residents nearby. It is my hope that their hurts will not prove to be too serious, and these will ease their pain and their injuries. Well, let's see what we have here. Ooh. Let's see what I can do about Herr Guest. I appreciate the help, but I think I will just lie here a moment more. Well, okay, just don't die there, alright? Here we are. Oh. I'm not going to help the injuries of those Uruks. How about you, Manon? How's this? This bandage is just what I needed. Thank you, stranger. Alright, and here we have Reen. Here we go. Ah, thank you. Alright, I have dealt with him.
Thank you for aiding the people of Mossward.
The people of Mossward sometimes look down upon the rangers that they were once my kin, but they do welcome their aid when it is offered. My former chieftain Strider may say that distrust of such folk does not bother him, but if that is true, he's a better man than I am. That's true for many reasons, Pinedeween. I have not called to Dunedain my kin for some time now, but I would never question Strider's integrity or his courage. But look here! This Uruk that led the band has something in his hand. See if he can't wrest it from his grip. Alright, I'll see if I can do that. What do you say about this?
Scrap of parchment? You had better read it.
Perhaps this parchment would tell why this Uruk led a raiding party into Mossward. Gunnaprachai Toryu Dalgom Gurunars Gabat Kastar. I don't understand a single word of that.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
I can't read much of this. If this were an ordinary day, I would be grateful to have no reason to understand the black speech, but on this day it's a cause of frustration. Hold on. What's happened to this Uruk's blade? It didn't fall far from his body, unless my eyes were somehow deceived. Well, what's going on here? I hear some shouts from the children to the northwest. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. How about this way? No, sounds like they're coming from this direction now. Ah, this way. A crowd of children gathers around Hegwin as a vicious blade he has found. That looks like an Uruk blade. Hello?
What do you want, stranger? No, I am not giving you this sword.
This sword is so much better than the wooden one that I was using before. I found it, and it belongs now to me. My father says that when you're in a battle, you get to keep the spoils, and I stood up to those Uruks even when the town guards wouldn't. If anyone should get to keep that Uruk's blade, it's me. Well, wait a moment. You're an adventurer, right? If you promise to help train me in the adventuring arts, maybe I'll give you this sword. I'm not saying that I will, you understand? I'm saying maybe. It'll depend on how good your training is. So, what's the first lesson, stranger? What's the first thing I need to know to become an adventurer? What's the first thing I need to become an adventurer? We'll have to look into that in the next episode of Captain of the River.